All right, how's everyone doing today, guys? My apologies for the late live. I was not feeling good at all. I was in a lot of stomach pain, and I couldn't really think about the time or the live, so I just was trying to feel better. But we're doing the live, an hour late, literally. But yeah, sorry, guys. Was not feeling good at all. I probably should have just put an announcement, but I really don't like rescheduling lives unless I'm pretty much got no voice or I'm unable to use the computer or anything like that. So hope you guys forgive me for the late live, but we do got a live right now. So let's get into this right here. So we're going to look at Bitcoin here, guys, in the macro, and we're going to see Bitcoin's on an uptrend, all right? Now, the other day I posted along, and I think on the live I posted along as well for you guys to look at to long Bitcoin. And the long was working great until it wasn't, and until we got stopped out. So here, which is fine. Getting stopped out is okay. You don't want to lose really money in crypto. But typically when I get stopped out on a trade, I have to relook at everything because that usually means one of two things. My analysis is a bit wrong or we're going to go lower. And I reevaluated this whole Bitcoin trade today when I was actually feeling okay. Like just in the past 3 hours, I had excruciating stomach pain. I was literally on the bathroom floor. Like it wasn't fun. All right. And yeah. So I looked at Bitcoin, guys. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing in the market at all. If I look at Bitcoin right here, we know there's bearish dive. But the thing I don't like is the fact that you're actually breaking the 18-hour trend. Again, I was long until I wasn't because this broke right here. White, good morning. Thank you for being on the live. CJ, DVN, Steven, Justin, Olga, good evening. Sinster, Scalper. Again, guys, if you're just joining the live, I'm very, very sorry for the late night live. Without any explanation, again, I was not feeling good at all. Sinster. All right, so here's the thing with Bitcoin, guys. The daily on Bitcoin is dropping and broke trend. The 18-hour on Bitcoin broke trend. But Bitcoin also hit the bottom of the channel. So typically when you hit the bottom of the channel, hit that like button, guys. Let's run up the live. Let's get this thing popping right now. And we do got a New York session tomorrow. There should be a New York session tomorrow. Today was flat, no New York session ultimately. But you can see that BTC is essentially dropping here, but we never broke the channel. So two things are going to happen. I want to see how this 4-hour closes, but I can ultimately see Bitcoin coming down to around 91.6, and 91.6 would probably be my take profit on the short. That would be a good take profit. However, if Bitcoin does break this right here, we are going to drop very, very low. We still broke out, which is good, right? So you got the macro breakout here. But if Bitcoin breaks this uptrend channel, we are going to come down. Now, if you look right here, on Bitcoin on the channel right here, we actually have a low micro channel here. Because keep in mind, guys, you want to draw many channels, but you want to make sure the channel that you draw is on the breakout. Okay, so this actually isn't the breakout right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away this channel and we're going to keep this channel right here. Okay, and that means that the bottom in the shorter term should be around 91.7 to 91.6. Okay. If Bitcoin breaks this channel, guys, and again, you got to draw these perfectly. You can't have this all messed up because I'm not drawing this right. You have to draw wick to wick. If you don't draw wick to wick, yesterday on this Tokyo drop, we ended up dropping, but we never actually ended up hitting the bottom of the channel. Right here, you can see we are about to hit the bottom of the channel around 91.7. Will that be the bottom? I don't know, but I can see I'm very, very oversold on the 1 hour. I could see our 4 hours very, very overbought. The caveat is we haven't touched the bottom of the RSI on the 30%. And touching the bottom on the RSI on the 30% is very crucial to reset the stage for the market going up or the market going down. All right, so we don't really know if Bitcoin's going to break yet. Based on what I'm seeing here, it does look like Bitcoin is going to break. But I would say 91.6 to 91.7 is going to be the bottom until further notice. That being said, if you look at Bitcoin right here on the 4 hour time frame, we're in our death line on our MACD. Okay. And if you look right here on our 18 hour, we're dropping on our MACD. If you look on our daily, we're dropping. Not only are we dropping, our MACD crossed on the daily. And it will take a bit of time for this to play out, but the 3-day is dropping as well. Okay. So I'm in a short at the moment, but again, I probably wouldn't hold a short past 91.7. Okay. If it ends up breaking 91.7, then we've got more problems. We got a triple top and we got a bearish pennant that lines up to about $89,000. The question is, why would Bitcoin be dropping to $89,000 when you broke out on the macro? Fair value gap, you can say, sure. But 91.7 should be the bottom in the market for now until we actually break this channel. And then what we can see this doing is rolling over and then continuing to the upside to complete the downtrend. Okay. Because keep in mind, guys, Bitcoin did break out. Bitcoin broke out right here. So all Bitcoin is doing is going sideways, but the higher time frames are not looking good in the market. Okay. There's only one scenario I can say why Bitcoin would quote unquote crash is because this monthly, we've been looking at the monthly for a while and the monthly takes a long time to play out. But if you guys look right here, your stochastic is dropping and your MACD is dropping on the monthly. I would be shocked if that played out and Bitcoin did break the uptrend, but right now we're still in an uptrend. Right? So that's kind of what I got for you guys on Bitcoin. If I show you my liquidity gaps right here on BTC, again, we have a week low, which is a week low right here. But if we go to our 4 hour time frame, our equilibrium, yeah, 91.7 to 91.6 is our equilibrium support. Your break-up structure was right here. Your next low would be about 89.9, right? So the question is New York going to dump the market tomorrow or is New York going to pump the market? I have no idea. based on what I'm seeing now, it looks like a big drop is coming if we cannot hold 91.7. JJ, dude, crypto, welcome to the live. I appreciate you. Olga, no problem. Can you look at XRP and BART inverse pattern? I don't know, guys. Stomach pain sucks. It absolutely sucks, especially when you're about to work and you're like feeling a knife tearing through your stomach. So if you're just joining the live, we are really, really late, guys, on the live. I was not feeling good at all. I'm surprised I'm even doing the live right now. So sorry, guys, for being late. I'm not usually ever late, but it is what it is. At least we're still doing a live for everybody. Okay, XRP. So again, guys, I am in a Bitcoin short, but it is very risky to short Bitcoin right now, okay? That's kind of where I'm at. Now, XRP. Am I craving ice cream and pickles? Definitely not. Definitely not. I do like ice cream, though. I can only eat a certain type of pickles. It has to be bread and butter, or it has to be the pickles that you use in the Caesar or Bloody Mary, or the very small garlic pickles. So XRP bounced off of, did anybody short XRP, guys? Right, look at that short. It played out perfect. So we were looking at a short on XRP right here. It did drop to the bottom of said channel with that wick. And it hit the top basically. And now it looks like XRP is about to drop down, all the way down to about 182. The wild card I have right now is BTC broke out, okay? BTC broke out, guys. So if Bitcoin broke out, how low can we go? Well, we could go to 86 to 89K if it broke that trend. We for sure could. But the next level I'm looking at on Bitcoin. So if I'm looking at XRP right here from the 18-hour to the top, I would say this is going to go for the discount low right here. Potentially go for the discount low, but you know, it all depends on what Bitcoin is doing. We hit the bottom here, but there is a discount low, which is a weak low, but it is still major support. That is around 175. Slack, the XRP short paid off. Let's go. We crushed that Bitcoin short, guys, and crushed that XRP short. So yeah, I would say we go for about 179, 175 on XRP potentially. But if you do look right here on the actual chart, you can see that we are dropping to this area. Now, XRP will be a really, really good long when it breaks out, guys. Very, very good long on XRP. So essentially, you're looking for the breakout, then you're looking for the back test, then you're looking for a continuation. So I kind of want to ask you guys, you know, simplicity here, but what do you guys think? We're going to dump to around 89, or do you think the bottom is going to be about 91.7? Also still printing in the STX short. For sure, man. Slack, great to hear, guys. Stacks dumped a ton. If you guys took our Stacks trade, you are making a ton of money. Okay, we called a short right here. Who took profit on Stacks? Who is still in the trade? Guys, we waited for Stacks to break. It broke. Hit our 31, and pretty much out of $1,000, you made $5,000. You know, pretty close out of 7x leverage or whatever it is. So if you guys are looking to get into Stacks, because after it breaks the conversion line, guys, it is crashing and burning. It is done. 18 hours almost at the bottom here. So here's a really good play on STX. Okay, you want it to break this conversion line right here. It breaks this conversion line, you're dumping to about 23. And there's pretty much nothing stopping Stacks at the moment. You can see the daily MACD is going down finally. You can see the 3 days about to dump. Here's my wild card in the market, guys. And this is very important as an influencer, as a crypto trader. Very, very important. Look at the 3 day on Bitcoin, guys. I would love to say that we are bullish because we broke out. And yeah, for sure, ultimately we are bullish. But now look at the 3 day on Bitcoin. We hit the top of the 3 day. Now, when I was looking at this and Bitcoin was pumping to 97K, we broke out. If you guys go look at the live previously, this broke out long time ago and it was running up, but it's rejecting. That is really, really not good because this fair value gap that we're coming up to around 90K is probably the last fair value gap. And then, you know, we have this much more room to touch the bottom of the RSI, guys. It's not looking good for Bitcoin right now. But again, that bottom is going to be 91.7 until we break it. I don't want to say the bottom's all the way down here because we're still in an uptrend from 97K. We're very, very close to breaking, which is why I flipped to a short. If we break this, fair value gap, yeah, we're going to drop a lot. Now, you do have that bearish divergence. That is also a thing too. So it's very, very possible we come back to that point of control around 89K if we break that uptrend. Okay, XRP is looking good. We're looking at a drop to around, again, 188 or 175. I did look at XRP earlier. If you guys are making money in the Beast Limitless community, guys, put 444 or 444 in the comment section below. So Bitcoin's my favorite trade to trade at the moment. We're kind of following the trend. But I obviously do want to look at a couple more crypto projects. I want to look at Pump Fund. We broke out on the macro. I will say this. If we end up faking out back inside of the channel on a lot of coins, guys, bull trap. Because you don't normally fake out on a macro trend like this. I am very, very surprised that Pump Fund never pumped. It did pump to the top. It is kind of just ranging right here. So if we're looking at Pump Fund, because this broke out, right? So we're going to look at coins that broke out. I'm on 40x short on 40x short on Bitcoin right now. So I was on a 40x short on 40x long. Now I'm on a 40x short. Kind of just going with the channel, going with the fair value gaps. We don't really have any fair value gaps holding on the 4 hour. So Bitcoin is just gliding through them like butter, which means that there's a lot of sell pressure. Keep an eye on Pump Fund. I don't know what to say about Pump Fund, but what I can say is it did break out. So if we range right here, the more we range, the more we are going to pump, essentially. If we break back inside of the channel, it is not good. Not good for Pump Fund, okay? What is a good entry point for an XRP short at the moment? Thank you guys for just joining my live. Again, I'm typically live at 8:30 p.m. on the Monday Tokyo session, but due to some health reasons, we are live an hour late. So it is what it is. HZRAWRD, thank you for commenting. Appreciate your support. All of you guys, thank you for commenting. Appreciate your support. So guys, XRP. XRP should... See, the problem with shorting XRP is we already hit the bottom of the channel. Bitcoin did not. Do I think it will continue to drop? Yes, I do. But we did hit the bottom of the channel. It's very, very hard for me to short something when we hit the bottom of the channel. Now, does it look like XRP is going to crash and burn? Yep. It looks like XRP could potentially dump down to $175 or lower. But it is very, very tough for me to say short XRP because you got a huge fair value gap here. I would say maybe you drop down to 188 or something like that. Again, like you're at the bottom of the channel, right? All right, let's see. We got a 4-hour close here. MACD is reversing at under the 0 line, so we're still consolidating bearish. The 4 hours moving up, but our momentum indicator is pointing down. So essentially for the next 4 hours, this is going to be a downtrend. The 15-minute is oversold, and you are running up in that regard. Yeah, that close was not good. That 4-hour close was not good at all. Again, bearish dive. Nope, not a good 4-hour close. So it potentially looks that Bitcoin could pretty much drop into the London session. This right here is telling me that there's really no buy. If you look right here, guys, where's my indicator? Where's my volume profile? Here's my volume profile, but where's my volume? If you guys look right here on Bitcoin, you can see right now there is really no volume. Zero volume in the market. Now, the funny thing is, if you guys look at Bitcoin after sells, normally you're going to pump. And the reason you're going to pump is because you have a lot of sell pressure. So if you have a lot of sell pressure with the volume, you are going to pump. That's just how it works. If you have a lot of buy pressure, you're eventually going to fizzle out here. Now, if you look at all this pressure, there's a lot of sell pressure. But you see your bars continuing in red and red and red. And if you go on your MA, the MA is probably going to be lower than the volume. Okay. So there's not much of anything happening. You can see Tokyo is in accumulation. Yesterday, Tokyo dumped the market. Today, Tokyo is just in accumulation. That is it. So that means London is going to do one of two things: distribute to the downside or accumulate. And what do you think New York's probably going to do? Manipulate. Right? Went long on AVA. Let's go check out this AVA project here. So you got a double bottom. You got some really, really nice 18-hour bullish dive right here. Really nice 18-hour bullish divergence, guys. So if you're looking at AVA and if you went long on it, my take profit. Shout out to everybody joining the live, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys get the live trending. So I'm looking at my take profit on AVA around 99 cents in that area right there. So really, really good play off that 18-hour bullish divergence. It is in a downtrend, but I would say 88 cents would be my rough take profit. Not looking too bad at all. And actually, if you look at AVA, this thing's very oversold, and it actually broke out. So you have the breakout here. You have the cup fake out. Could do something like that off of a double bottom. I'm not sure if it's going to go against Bitcoin. I haven't really looked at this trade. There's also a possibility that we hit that downtrend on AVA and we continue back down. But we did hit the bottom of the trend. This is actually looking like a really, really good trade. Potentially this could pump to about $10. So keep an eye on AVA. Again, the trend is your friend, guys. So Bitcoin is dropping. Are you guys short on Bitcoin with me? I know we were looking at long, guys, but we got to flip, right? We got to flip and go with the trend. And the trend, again, is your friend. And you can see that right here. Who thinks we're actually going to hold this uptrend right here and pump all the way up to 100? So yeah, 91.6 would be the level. Can we look at Solana for sure? Wow. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Typically, we never broke out of the downtrend in Sol. We did hit the bottom of the channel. Well, maybe we didn't. Hold on. So Sol's been in a downtrend, guys, which I'm not surprised about. So at the moment, Solana hit the top. Now Solana's going to hit the bottom. It never hit the bottom of the channel like XRP. So the bottom in the shorter term should be about 129. If we break 129, guys, we are going to drop all the way back to 115 and possibly even all the way to $100. Okay. Now, don't think Solana is going to $100 until this micro uptrend is broken. But Solana is very, very overbought on the 1 hour, and we are in a bear flag, and we definitely are about to break it. As quick as it was looking like Bitcoin was going to pump to 100K, guys, now it is looking like Bitcoin's about to dump to 86 or 89. So if you want a Solana short, it would be at the break of this equilibrium at 131. Okay. 131, we get the Solana short at the break because keep in mind, it wicked off of this equilibrium. But if it breaks this, you're going down to 123, 115 and lower, right? So I got set an alert right here on Solana. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Appreciate you. Real Eleco, thank you. Just tuning in from the beaches of the Gold Coast, Australia. If I send you a picture of my place right now, snow everywhere. Would love to be in Australia. I need to go swim the Great Barrier Reef before it is no more Great Barrier Reef. AXS, sure. So we looked at AXS the other night. I don't know. Yep. And this is why I didn't want to short it because we were oversold. So AXS is on a bit of a downtrend right now. However, what's the question? I'm in a long on AXS at 174. Should I sell or hold? It's really, really tough for me to say hold longs at the moment, but AXS did break out Axie Infinity. You're bouncing off of the neckline of that double bottom right there. But she did break out. Gamify is pumping right now, and it looks like AXS is possibly and probably going to break out of the macro. So if we look at Axie Infinity, no. So we have a bit more room to go up on AXS. You've got this 2-point trend on the weekly, which is resistance from 2024. So I don't want to say get out of your long. So based on what I'm seeing right here, AXS is probably going to pump to about 650. because it has more room to hit the top of the channel. But how I would play this is I would draw a parallel channel. I would take your conversion line smack dab right in the middle. And I would look at 224 as the take profit. I'll tell you why, because that is your major resistance. If we break this, AXS is going to 650. If you look at the weekly right here, I don't see AXS dropping until it hits the top of said RSI resistance, which essentially, yeah, AXS is looking fire. I could see this pump into around 650. Now, if you lose this, if you lose this level right here, and I know this is a horrible, yeah, if you lose 165, you're coming down, right? So I would say AXS is good as long as you're holding one. Yeah, no, I would say this is pretty good. We can pump to about 650 on Axie Infinity. So here's what I would do. I have a fair value gap right here, 4-hour fair value gap, okay? We've got 3 hours and 40 minutes on this fair value gap. So in the new year, guys, I'm going to teach you how to do 40, 50x leverage by trading only fair value gaps in the parallel channels. And essentially, I'm going to teach you guys how to make 5 to 10K USD per week with little risk. Okay. So here's my play on Axie Infinity. Get in along here. That's fine. Non-financial advice. Low leverage long. I wouldn't do long high leverage because this fair value gap is too big. So low leverage long, 3x, 5x, whatever it is. And I would set my stop loss at about 174. Okay. 174 is where I set my stop loss. 5 minutes oversold. As long as you are bouncing off this fair value gap, guys, Axie Infinity could pump all the way to about $6.50, $6. Okay. Personally, for me, I'm going to look at longing it outside of that conversion line. Merrill. Stop loss on AXS is 176. I would make it 174.9. Just because market makers know to go for that liquidity on the fair value gap. We are completely oversold in the 5 minute. I don't see it breaking. It does look like Axie Infinity is going against the market. All right, Merrill. Haven't even heard of Merrill before. Oh, Merrill. Merrill. I read that wrong. Sorry, Sinster, read that wrong. Okay, guys. Okay, so if you're in a Merrill short, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Okay. Merrill could drop. This is a darn good short. I feel like, Sinster Scalper, you've been studying your conversion lines and parallel channels. Am I right? Or you've been playing them? Because This Merrill short is golden, guys. Look at this. This is going to print. This is actually a trade you can still get into. Merrill could go all the way down to 8 cents. And dump, dump, dump. So if you're looking at getting into a trade on Merrill, because since their scalper found one of the best shorts besides Bitcoin, I would short it here. Lower leverage, right? I don't know. I would have to go really, really low leverage, but a lot of people don't use parallel channels. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people don't. I don't know. I can't really find an entry on this. Like, you would have to really go low leverage. These fair value. I would say maybe a stop loss at 18.8. But essentially, this should dump. This should drop. It already broke the 800 SMA, which is the major SMA, right? So this should drop all the way down to 0.84. That is a really, really good short. All right, guys, if you guys are making money on BL trading, B Slimless trading, guys, let me hear it. Bitcoin is about to dump, dump, dump. Can I take a look at Rose for a short? If you're new to the channel, guys, let me know where you're tuning in from. Thank you very, very much for popping on the live. Just so everybody knows, guys, the start time for the Tokyo session on Monday is 8:30 p.m. CST. We were an hour late. I was not feeling good at all. So thank you guys for all coming on the live. But just so you guys know the schedule, New York, 9 a.m. CST, Monday to Friday, unless the market is closed. Tokyo, 8:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday and Wednesday, and London, 1 a.m. CST, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If you guys aren't in bslimless.com, guys, join it so you have the schedule, so you have the updates, and you have my trade calls, all right? Rose, hey? I don't think I would short Rose. Because if you look at it, non-financial advice, of course, do what you want, but you broke out of a trend of 2024. Or you're breaking out, sorry. Here's your altcoin season on these low cap altcoins right here. You have a fair value gap. So I'm going to teach you guys the dynamite of trading and why I started doing 40 and 50x leverage and 20x, okay? I have never, ever, ever advocated high leverage trading. But the way this world is going, you got to live your life. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. You got to live your life. And how do you live your life? Well, there's two things. There's F for family, and then S for self. And what do you have to do to take care of self and family? Maybe this vitamin water will do something. I don't know. It'll keep me hydrated, but it won't do anything else, right? You need money. You need money. You need money in this world. And this market is easy to read, but at the same time, it is trippy at the same time. Where is everything faking out, right? So what you do is you make your money. You make your 10 grand, you make your 5 grand a week, and you're done. I am making my threshold 10 grand a week US, and I'm done trading. I am not even going to touch trading after that, because that is my threshold. My minimum I need to make per week is 5 grand USD. If I don't make 5 grand USD, I'm in trouble. Why I'm in trouble? Bills and everything else. But if you guys look at these fair value gaps, essentially they're like order blocks. They even work a bit better than order blocks. If you're looking for a short on rows, right, or long, let's say, or any trade, in this scenario, I'd be longing, low leverage, and then I set my stop loss below here. If it goes right here, that is an inverted breakdown, okay? And an inverted fair value gap means that we are going to dump. But this right here is showing me that we have massive buy pressure and market makers are bullish on this project. However, if we go to Bitcoin, we are breaking every fair value. Yeah, guys, this is the last fair value gap on Bitcoin right here. 92.1. We just broke every fair value gap on the daily on Bitcoin. Our next major fair value gap is around 89K. Well, yeah, 89. Back to what I was saying on roads, though. There isn't enough for me to look for a short with that fair value gap. Now, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, we could see it has bearish dive, right? 15 minutes, same thing, rounded top. It looks like a great short. You could potentially scalp short this if you really wanted to. Down to maybe 0.17 area. But it did break out for sure. So if I'm looking at the 3-day on rows, I'm looking at my macro at this point, right? Yeah, I would say my short on rows would probably be around right here, 2.3. I could see rows pumping up to 2.3. We're oversold in the 5-minute almost. And we've got that macro resistance on rows right here. We're also flipping the bull market support band on the daily, which means that this is getting very, very bullish. Okay, Bitcoin's at the bottom of the trend, guys, right? Like, this is why we're not really dropping right now. All right, thoughts on Chili's? For sure, for sure. Okay. Chili's looks like it is going to drop. Yep, bearish dive at about 6.3. 3-day hit the top. But Chili's is also bouncing off of that conversion line, off that rounded bottom breakout. I don't know. Chili's would be a wild card for me because you are in a rising wedge pattern, which is a bearish pattern. Yeah, you're correct. I don't want to talk about Chili's. I could have made 20 grand off this trade if I just would have held it. I knew where it was going. I don't know. Yeah, Chili's is ranging. So for me, it would have to, I wouldn't short it. Not yet. I would say just wait for it to break this premium high. It looks like it is back testing that trend, right? You also have a death cross here too, guys, but you also have bullish divergence. There's a possibility 91.7 is not, I mean, is the bottom. Very big possibility. Oh, Chili's when they have stomach issues. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I would say it looks like London is probably going to dump this market. But it definitely is a slow bleed. So nothing is happening right now. Tokyo is just accumulating. Caesar, I took 3.3K. That's good profit, man. Yeah. I just got to stick to my thing, right? Tony Gold, how you doing? Appreciate you for coming on the live. Thank you, fam. Thank you guys all for joining the live today. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to say. I guess I can't even say we're bearish right now, but I can't say we're bullish either. So we're 50-50. The way I'm looking at the market, we're bearish. But I can't say we're bearish because we never bounced off that low of the channel. Okay? One Up Trading, how you doing? You closed your short, and I just hopped into a short. But I will say this. It looks like my take profit is going to be 91.7. I'm not sure yet. But again, if you guys are shorting, it is very risky to short here because you're at the bottom of the channel. I'm in a 40x Bitcoin short. But I also know that we could hit the bottom of the channel and then spike back up and continue the uptrend. Does it look like we're going to continue the uptrend? Absolutely not. Nothing is showing me here that we're going to continue the uptrend. Where's that 8 hour on Bitcoin? Wow. 8 hours almost into the death line. So the 8 hour, guys, if this 8 hour goes into the death line, you're going to see a crazy drop on Bitcoin. We haven't seen the 8 hour go into the death line since 93.7 back here. And just let me show you guys this for a moment, okay? This is when the 8 hour went into the death line. 94, whatever it was, and it dumped all the way down to 85K. Something about the 8 hour MACD and the 8 hour time frame is if you've got 4 to 5 confirmations, bearish confirmations on the 8 hour time frame, guys, or bullish, which is why I held my 40x Bitcoin long. to about 97K is because this will play out, and it is not a quick little big drop and pump back up. No, it is a dump typically. All right. Okay, so let's go look at total 3 because we were spot on with total 3 hitting the bottom of the channel. Okay. Now, guys, keep in mind, total 3 has been on an uptrend since about December 25 of 2025. This is really not good for most altcoins. Some will go against it, fine. But it looks like total 3 is absolutely going to roll over. And total 3 are your altcoins. So definitely not confident in total 3 right now. I will say this, guys. I really wanted to ignore this double top in total 3. I really wanted to ignore it because we broke out. But it is not looking good on total 3. And if you go to total 3 and then the total crypto market cap, okay, total crypto market cap is not in trouble. Well, you've got bearish dive. So the total crypto market cap should drop down to about 2.92 trillion. The question is, do we hold the uptrend, bounce, or do we continue down? And then again, you're in trouble. Okay. So keep in mind, guys, if these channels break in the market, we are in big trouble. Why? Because these are a macro breakout trend. But you even have a channel right here from the actual breakout point, which is about 3 trillion. Now, if I look at Bitcoin DOM, if I look at Bitcoin DOM, we did break out on Bitcoin DOM. Yeah, this market is weird. This market is absolutely weird. So we did break out on Bitcoin DOM, guys. We are kind of dropping a bit here. You have another golden cross approaching on Bitcoin DOM. So potentially Bitcoin DOM could push all the way up to here. And here you go. Bitcoin DOM is completely oversold on the monthly time frame. That is not good for altcoins. With the double bottom, I can't say this is going to play out, but if I go from here to here, we're bouncing off the conversion line on Bitcoin DOM. We do have a higher low right here, higher low. We hit the top of the channel. We hit the bottom of the channel. Yes, it is very possible we pump up to about 86% on Bitcoin DOM based off of this conversion line being hit. I'm just giving you guys facts on what I see at the moment. And this is completely oversold. So if we go to USDT.D Tether DOM, we haven't broken out yet, which is good. However, Tether DOM is not looking good for crypto. If we look at Tether DOM, guys, we played out this rising wedge bearish trend breakout. We broke out to the downside. Liberty, shout out to you. Thank you for commenting. Appreciate your support. Altcoins have been cooked from the inception. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, man. So if I would say wait till that weekly is oversold, guys, and Tether DOM is looking like we are about to pump to, well, pretty much the top 10%. You do have a triple bottom, and you are completely, and I mean completely oversold on the 3-day. Okay. Look at the correlation to Tether DOM on the 3-day, oversold. Look at the correlation to Bitcoin on the 3-day, overbought. Are you guys seeing what I'm showing y'all? You want to look at the correlation, guys. And everything is telling me right now the market is about to just red all day. But again, in the shorter term, the bottom in the market is going to be 91.6. Okay. Until we break that, furthermore, Axie is pumping. There we go. 650 on Axie is what I'm looking for. I personally can't long it. Look at that. Look at that breakout right there. Bang. I personally can't long it based on the fact that the market is bearish and I just have my own rules. However, here we go, guys. Axie Infinity should be pumping too. Okay, so you do got some resistance right here on Axie, which is about 240. Okay, keep that in mind. Conversion line, conversion line. If you break conversion line, you are going to pump all the way up to $6.50 to $7 on Axie Infinity. Okay. Shout out to all the new people on the live, guys. We're almost at 400 subscribers. I appreciate you. Okay, so Rose is trending. Nothing else is really looking too good. Just the basic altcoins are moving up. Pi Network is trending. I haven't looked at Pi in a bit. There you go. There's the breakout AXS, and boom, 5-minute was oversold, and now we are rocking and rolling. Again, that fair value gap, guys, when you get a fair value gap like that on the 4-hour, you play it. You go high leverage as you can. Super high leverage. And then you go a stop loss below what, and if you can't use high leverage because the fair value gap is too big, just make sure you're protecting your capital and protecting your risk. Okay. All right. MYX short looks really good. But yeah, if you guys want to have the play, Axie Infinity is the play for the longs, and Bitcoin is the play for the shorts. Okay. So MYX is looking good, Sinster, but a couple things I note here is we hit the bottom of the channel. We hit the top once, twice, 3 times. We actually broke the conversion line on MYX to the upside, which is now kind of in a bit of a bullish pennant. So I would say MYX is going to pop, personally myself. We haven't broken out of the 18-hour down trend yet. We're about to. The 18 hours completely overbought. I mean, oversold, and the daily's very, very oversold. So again, we've got some resistance right here. But if we break out a 625, this is going to about $14. All right, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. 15-minute chart. Yeah, 15-minute chart's good. There's bearish dive right here. I keep forgetting some of you guys are scalping. But essentially, I would say MYX would be a great short at the top around $12. So I'm actually going to set an alert on MYX here. Because if that breaks out and pop, it is absolutely going to take off. Dash. Okay, yeah, let's look at Dash. We haven't looked at Dash in a minute. Yeah, see, when you break the uptrend, you break the uptrend. That's just how the cookie crumbles in crypto, in trading. So Dash is getting fairly bearish here. You're rejecting the conversion line on Dash. I could see Dash dropping down to around 66, which is pretty much in this fair value gap level here. You are rejecting the breakout right here on Dash too. Or actually, no, never mind. No, you're not. Dash could. I would say Dash is probably going to bounce off this fair value gap. Look at the weekly. It's completely oversold. Dash is a tough one because I wouldn't long it. I would just draw resistance right here to the bottom of the channel. Maybe you can get a long right here at about 69 and just tight stop loss. Yeah, that could be a thing. That could be a thing. We're very, very oversold on Dash. So I would say maybe 69 would be a long, and then we could pump up to 89 again. Otherwise, we're going to play the downtrend, and we are going to continue to go down, 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 down. So I am going to set an alert right here on Dash. end right here on Dash. Come on, guys. Let's dump and break it already. Let's break it, fam. One big sell candle down to 89K, and we are making $10,000. Or down to 90, which is still pretty good. So it looks like Tokyo is going to sell off here before London. London isn't even close to opening yet, and Tokyo is trying to sell off here, right? So we're about to touch the bottom of that RSI right here. And it is not looking good. But again, I don't want to say that until we hit that bottom right here. So 91.5 or 91.6 is the bottom. What is the target here of that bearish pennant triple top? The target of the bearish pennant triple top is 93.3. Well, sorry. The target is 89. So I keep on saying 89, but it looks like we are possibly going to drop to 89. Because if we break, again, we've got this equilibrium, which we're trying to hold. And that would be our break of structure. If we break this right here, guys, we go to 89.8. That would be my take profit. Off of a 40x short, I probably would not be holding it past here. I'll be very okay with that. If that breaks the actual trend. All right. Let's make some money, fam. Okay, let's look at a couple losers here. Let's look at SUI. Okay, so here's the channel on SUI at the moment, guys. So that would have been a good short, but it's really tough for me to short altcoins when we're... SUI's going to hit about 149-ish. And then if we break that, we're going to come all the way down to 136 if we break that. Based on the weekly, we're almost overbought on SUI here. We didn't hit the top of the downtrend yet. The 5-minute or the 3-day is completely overbought, and it kind of did hit the top of that downtrend. And Sui did break the uptrend right here too. Hit that like button, guys. If you are just tuning in to the Crypto Live, Bitcoin has no more fair value gap except right here. Bitcoin is very overbought on the 3-day and has not broken the trend to the upside on the 3-day. This is very, very not good, guys. Like, very not good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And that is why the MACD is at the bottom on the weekly. It looked like we are possibly going to get across. We did not. We are just absolutely crushing these trade setups, guys. Absolutely crushing. Right there into London. The 4 hour is going to be at the bottom of the RSI into London. Winning Wave, how you doing? Thank you for commenting. Appreciate your support. Thoughts on DUSK? Who's ready to make money shorting, guys? Let's go. BTC CME gap at 88K. Okay, so Linda, I know you were on here before saying that. I need to go look at that right now because I might hold my short. Possibly. Okay. DUSK is popping off here. It broke out right there. So I could see DUSK pumping all the way to, yeah, you're looking at about 48 cents on DUSK, which is unreal, but oversold again. So you could see DUSK popping off to about 48 cents, guys. All right. And then maybe shorted at the top. I'm not sure. Personally, for me, I'm just going high leverage on Bitcoin. That is it. I'm kind of done with any other trades, crypto, altcoins, 50x leverage, 40x leverage, all of that jazz, right? But I will set an alert right here. We're about to break like butter. I don't see this holding. I do not see this holding. Okay, where's that fair value gap we keep talking about? Because I cannot see it for the life of me. 88K, where's 88K? Am I missing something, guys? Where? I cannot find this fair value gap. Okay, so we hit the bottom of the trend, like I said, 91.6. Right there, 91.6. Now, I could tell you from experience as trading, that is not the bottom. We are going to dump. That is not the bottom. We are going to absolutely crash and burn. We might get a little pickup right here because that is the bottom of the trend. But I'm telling you right now, that is not the bottom. With this 4 hour time frame, there's no way. There might be a little pickup buys, you know, here and there. But Tokyo is going to sell before London, and London is possibly going to continue the sell. So just so you guys could see, I'm not BSing with the 40x trades, because anybody could say you're on 40x, right? Like, that's high leverage. If you guys are making money, let me know. Let's go. Okay, right here. Right here, guys, 40x. That was my entry. Could have gone a lot higher if I would have paid attention a bit more to the macro time frame, but it is what it is. Anyways, London Bridge is coming down, or I guess look at Bitcoin DOM. Yeah, Bitcoin's DOM is dropping too. This market is weird, man. Market is weird. Vision, what is up? Pepe is the king. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your support. Guys, we hit 400 fam members today. Let's go. Oh, and keep in mind, guys, I got to show you guys my thumbnails, right? I made this before the live. So we are kind of spot on with our prediction. Kind of. Mohammed, what is up? Thank you for commenting. Where can you learn to start trading, fam? Just sign up for beastlimitless.com, guys. It is my website. It is my app. beastlimitless.com. Just go sign up. Come say hi in the pack chat. Shout out to all the new people on the live. We appreciate y'all. I want to give a shout out to Alex, Matt, Sinster, Scalper, GP. All these guys are helping out. I'm going to be more active in the chat, guys. But shout out to you all with the activity there. So we've got 400 subscribers. I appreciate you guys a lot. It actually means a lot. And yeah, I'm just really happy. So but yeah, beastlimitless.com is free. I don't want your money or anything like that. I would say 89 to 88, guys. Here's the thing. Is New York going to continue the drop into Tokyo and London, and New York recovers? That is a possibility. I want to see if toll 3 is breaking. Yeah, toll 3 is trying to break. Trying to. Winning wave, no problem. Appreciate you, fam. Let's take a gab at Aave. One of my favorite trades, guys. I love Aave. Bitcoin is definitely the play. A lot of altcoins are just chilling. A lot of altcoins are just hanging out right now. Aave still did not break out. Which does mean that Aave could crash and burn all the way down to 142 and even a lot lower. So I would say Aave could come down to here, trickle down. We kind of rejected at the conversion line, guys. Bitcoin is trying to hold that trend. I don't believe we'll hold it. Like we're pretty much breaking it. Yeah, I see around 89K, guys. 89K. Let me go look at my liquidity gaps right here. Boom, breaking that fair value gap. We look about 90K at the top at the 4 hour here. We're going to have a drop. Yeah, 89K. 89.8. Okay, now I got to look at this trend right here. Maybe it's good we started the live late today, guys. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're live typically at 8 to 8:30 p.m. But I'm actually glad we started the live late. Maybe that would... CME gap at 88.3. Yeah, 89. See, this is a macro channel right here, which is 89.5. So 89.5 would be a good take profit. But honestly, guys, if I'm looking at this, we're going to go to 89. If we break 89.5, we're at 89. We could potentially go down to... Honestly, we could potentially go down to 85K. If there's a CME gap at 88.3, I would say it's going to go for that CME gap. I cannot see that CME gap for the life of me. So I don't know where you guys are seeing the CME gap, but I can't find it. This is Bitcoin CME futures. I cannot find the 88 CME gap. Nowhere. Tips, what is up? I appreciate you, fam. Thank you for coming on the live and saying hi. Crypto Dawn, go to 87. There's a big possibility we go lower than that. Big possibility we go lower than that, guys. We're going to crack. The 3 days rejecting, okay? The 3 days absolutely rejecting. This is not good. If I could show you guys the Grim Reaper right now, the Grim Reaper, you better be short. At least Bitcoin. Maybe not all coins, but Bitcoin. I'm just focusing on Bitcoin right now, right? We're in a 40x short. We're chill. Wow, we are chilling. Okay, we are breaking the channel. So you can say that 91.6 is not the bottom anymore. Is it a Wednesday? It's not even a Wednesday. It's a Tuesday in Tokyo. Based on fib extensions, I get Bitcoin going to 84K. Let's line that up here, Kevin. Now, I am on logarithmic, okay? So I'm going to do this a bit different. Yeah, so your 618 is about 86. And again, guys, most of you might be on regular. I'm on logarithmic, all right? So we come down to 83 to 84. That would be your 786, 886. This would be really my last take profit. We're going to probably slice through 90K like nothing. So honestly, I would say about 87 would be my take profit. A safe take profit would be 87. Proper take profit would be about 83.6 to 84. Why is it crashing? Hunting 90s cards. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you, fam. I went over a lot in the last hour, but essentially we just I'll give you the simplicity of it. We hit the top of the downtrend on the 3 days. So here's what we got to do, guys. We got to redraw this whole darn thing. Because now Bitcoin is hitting the top of the 3 day. This is going to be redrawn. Okay? This is going to be our new downtrend. That's the first order of business. Okay? A lot of people are not going to like what I'm going to say right now. And that is fine. I'm not here to please everybody. But if this trend breaks, hear me out, guys. If this trend breaks right here, and I know we are going to about probably 87, 88, the bottom of the channel is 69,000. So if Bitcoin remains below this resistance, okay, we're going to 69K. As long as we break this. Again, keep in mind, we're still on an uptrend, kind of. Okay, we're about to slice through everything like butter, guys. Butter. Banana bread is getting made for me right now. I love banana bread. So the best thing I could say is we are about to slice through like butter. If you guys honestly got the top at 91.7 or higher, you probably got the top of the market. And what that means is that this essentially is probably going to go test this trend line right here, which means that Bitcoin has a lot more room to drop. Okay. Smash up that like button, guys. Let's run up the live. Okay, it's about to be a crazy time here this week. So that is going to be my new downtrend at the moment. I have a 40x short from 95,200. Crypto Dawn knows what is up. I have a 40x short too, brother. Yeah, guys, I don't know. If this breaks, we could, the conversion line's 80K. Like, this is double bottom. Of course, in the shorter term, we're going to get a little bit of a pump. but you got to look at the longer term here. And the longer term is Bitcoin is going down for another 2 hours and 42 minutes. London hasn't even opened up the market yet. Red, red, red. Is your favorite color red? Because you're about to see red. I appreciate all of you coming on the live, guys. We just broke 400 subscribers, 400 family members. I will be giving away money, guys, to $150. I'm just trying to figure out my exchanges because I can't cash out money at the moment due to VPN issues and all that other jazz. So we'll be giving away $150 this week. Hopefully, I'm waiting on a reply from my exchange. So make sure you guys lock in for that. So now I'm going to go to the weekly. And remember I said it looks like that could be the bottom of the trend? Well, now, if you take your parallel channel from here to here, guys, look at what is happening. This was written in the cards, and I really didn't want to see it. I did not want to see it. Nope, did not want to see it. But it was written in the cards, and I probably should have paid attention to it. Probably, because I would probably have made 100 grand right now. It is what it is. Okay, so here's the parallel channel on the weekly. This is very important you guys pay attention to. I'm saying very important because we might have touched the top of the market, which means that you might be able to ride something down. Okay, so we broke the channel, guys, back in... Man, this is very important. We broke the channel back in 95.6, okay? And again, if we get volume to the upside, guys, the reality is people are going to buy at the bottom of the trend. I'm looking for the next day. I'm not looking for the next 4 hours. I'm looking for the next day is where Bitcoin's going to go to, okay? But essentially right here is the bottom of the trend was broke. I wanted to be hopeful that this was the bottom. I really did, because there was a 2-point trend right here. And I was definitely hopeful. But now if you line up the actual trend, guys, we back tested the channel perfectly. Back tested the channel perfectly. 97K was the top. Remember, we dumped out of the channel and we never really back tested it. So what that means for crypto and Bitcoin is if you really wanted to do a macro channel, that lines up at around 56K as the bottom, which would be your 382, which would be a bullish retrace, okay? Now 69K would be the top of the channel from that resistance. So maybe we hit the conversion line around 80K. Right? Maybe we hit the conversion line around 80K, pump, drop through this downtrend, and then hit 56. But if this is the retrace right here, you have 56 as your next target in the macro. And again, I wanted to ignore this because, look, I put out a short here. I put out a short, guys, on my channel. And again, I wanted to ignore it. Okay. You guys could go watch this. Sorry for how I look. I don't know. I was fat. I needed to work out. Whatever. That 800 SMA, I said Wall Street will always target the 800 SMA and the fair value gap. Well, this 800 SMA is a massive, massive death cross. And again, I wanted to ignore it because, of course, Bitcoin broke out, right, of the actual daily channel. But now we got to redraw everything, come back to earth, And if we break this right here, we are coming down, which is essentially why we never ignore the MACD on the monthly time frame. So there you go. That is the massive price action, whatever you want to call it. And then after this monthly time frame closes, you're probably going to see your 9 and 21 candle close. One more thing too, guys. What did we do here? We just back tested a monthly fair value gap on Bitcoin. That is, so you have green fair value gaps here, which is fine, but back testing a monthly fair value gap on Bitcoin, very, very bearish. Very, very, I mean, very bearish. Ugh. Okay, guys, keep on hitting that like button, guys. We got this live absolutely trending all over the internet right now. I appreciate you guys. Seriously appreciate y'all. I think we'll get to 1,000 very soon because then we're monetized at that point. Everybody keeps on asking to send me super chats. So X.com, if you go follow me and you're new, X.com, I lost 2 followers. That's so funny. Probably because someone didn't like Bitcoin going to 91K. Okay, anyways. So BeastX Bitcoin is my channel. Okay? Or my X account. Last week, everyone was bull. This week is everyone is bear. You got to be bear because we've had that bearish divergence, but the reason I'm bearish at the moment, guys, is I play the weather. The Twitter account is BeastX Bitcoin, okay? But I play the weather, guys. When I'm looking at a chart, I play the weather. Basically, what I mean is I look at my downtrend. Okay, this is a downtrend from August of 2025. And you can see it hitting the top. This was the key indicator that we topped out. Cryptodon, I have 16K followers. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Now, again, guys, we're going to get some momentum to the upside in the shorter term, okay? Keep this in mind. We're going to get some momentum in the shorter term because we hit the bottom of the smaller channel. So there's going to be buyers and probably big buy orders coming in. However, if you're looking at the next 24 hours, like you're breaking it, you already broke it. So what you're probably going to do is you're probably going to back test 91.9, just so you guys know, in that area, and then come down and complete that target. All right. London. Wow. London. What are we going to do in London? I really want to go live in London, but I honestly was like on the ground in so much pain today and so much stomach pain, guys, which is why I started my live late. So I'm glad this is working out. But man, I want to know what London is going to do. I'm very curious because the 15 minutes oversold. We already broke the trend here on the macro. 91.9 would be the retrace, just so you guys know. All right, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, wow, this live is trending hard. Okay, XAU, why not? Gold. Gold is ripping and Bitcoin is crashing. Where do you think the money is going to? So I can see gold, guys, going all the way up to 5,300-ish. I might have to start talking about gold. Every time I say I'm going to talk about gold, I have funded accounts, guys. I short Bitcoin, I long Bitcoin on MetaTrader 5. I long gold, I short gold, I do silver, but crypto is what this channel is based on. However, it is looking like I might have to really start talking about commodities, honestly. You are trending because no other crypto streamer from the US is online right now. That's awesome. Crypto manipulation trader, I appreciate you, fam. Let's go, Tim. I just got your, I just seen your text, Tim. I'm praying for your mom. Hope you're okay with me saying that on the live. Yeah, so gold, guys, that's looking really, really good. Again, if you're just tuning in, guys, before everyone starts going crazy on longs, Bitcoin could retrace 91.9 to 91.85. I use Atlas funded. I use Elite funded Elite. Like, look at that. Bang. I use funded Elite. I'm going to be starting my own prop firm, by the way. Okay, so look out for that, guys. I'll be starting my own prop firm this year. And you guys will be able to trade Bitcoin on my prop firm and everything else, gold as well. We know we're watching the right channel, Life for Long to 97K. Hey, some people long. Mudale, how you doing? I was bearish at, yeah, 95K. We were pretty bearish. Again, guys, I just trade off the weather, fam, right? So what do you guys think about BTC 110K? Not happening. Why? Because this. I'm not going to think I'm all smarter than everybody else because I'm not. This 3-day is your key. And guys, I'm telling you right here, this 3-day is literally the top of the market right now. If this 3-day breaks out for whatever reason, you're going to see 100K plus Bitcoin. But because we broke the weekly, the massive trend, I'm talking the massive trend here, because we back tested the weekly and the fair value gap on the weekly, by the way, we are targeting first 81K. Why 81K? Double bottom. And then ultimately 69. But this is going to be a massive, massive support level for the whole market. We are in a bit of a bearish market, but here's the thing. If we go below the 800 SMA, guys, on the daily, yeah, you're going to see me talk about, whatchamacallit, you're going to see me talk about gold, commodities, show you guys how to trade funded accounts. Again, for all the new people, guys, I will be doing a seminar in beastlimitless.com. It is my app. Sign up, join. I don't want money from you. You don't got to pay me. All right. Everybody's posting charts. We want to have this as the most active community in 2026. And I'm pretty sure we are right now based on all the chats that I'm in. I'll be a lot more active here as well, guys. But we're going to have a seminar in February. And we are going to show you guys how to scalp the 1 minute, how to trade fair value gaps at 40, 50x leverage on Bitcoin, how to make 5 to 10K a week, how to protect your capital, how to use the tracker and add stop losses, risk to reward 1, 2, 3. So look out for that, guys, in February. I was really sick at the beginning of January, but now I have a voice. So we're going to be doing that in February. Okay, so there's some bullish dive, guys, right? So bullish divergence right here, which is obvious. We broke the trend. But again, overall, your 4 hour is completely dropping. SMA versus ZMA, I'll go over that in the trading. And I'll also go over SMMA. So there's smooth moving average, simple moving average, and exponential moving average. Okay, now that Bitcoin did that, we're going to, a lot of you guys on here know your stuff. So we're going to get a bit more advanced. We're going to go into our Ichimoku cloud, okay? Haven't looked at the Ichimoku cloud yet in a couple of days just because I wanted a fresh look. And this just tells me everything I need to know, okay? Everything. We are flipping bearish, quote unquote, right away. So you have your lagging span indicator. Now, for a lot of you guys who know a lot about trading, if you don't know about this, this is kind of my get out of jail free card. My get out of jail free card is my lagging span. All right, so I'll take my bars right here, my date range. I'll put it from the cross of my lagging span white line all the way to the first candle drop. It should add up to 29 to 30 bars. Okay, let's see. Perfect. 30 bars. And a lot of you guys are going to like this because nobody knows about this. And if they do, it's very few people. Okay. We're going to look right here with that massive pump. Green candle, 30 bars. We're lining up. Now I'm going to back test it with the massive drop on the daily when we crossed down. Okay. From here, crazy 30 bars. So what that means is that, yeah, the top of the market is essentially in. The Ichimoku cloud is one of the most advanced indicators in the market. And again, just for fun, on the 4 hour time frame, guys, just for fun. Right there, about 32 bars. So never mind, 30 bars. Okay. So Bitcoin is definitely bearish as of right now, flipped bearish. We got resistance right here on our Ichimoku cloud from May of 2024. If you guys got in a short, you definitely got the top of the market. Definitely, definitely. All right, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed that live. I am done for tonight. I would love to continue, but 2 hour live. And pretty much Bitcoin is probably going to range a bit, go down, range a bit, go down. Could it go and test 100K and then go down? No. And why? Because now we're breaking the uptrend. If we close the 4 hour candle below here, it's not happening. Because now we're breaking an uptrend. If we bounced off here, we're going to 100 to 99.6 easy. But yeah, there's about to be a big catastrophic sell-off. And if you got a Bitcoin short above 92 or 93 or 94 or 91.5 or whatever, that area, you pretty much got the top of the market. If for whatever reason I'm off the live and we fake out back inside of this channel, I would probably close my short. But you should be fine. This 4 hours absolutely coming down and everything else with it. All right. Hope you guys have an awesome night. Thank you very much. So you guys know the schedule for tomorrow. New York, 9 a.m. CST, Central Standard Time. I am in Canada. And London tomorrow, guys, 1 a.m. CST. Wednesday, 8 to 8:30 p.m. CST Tokyo. Thursday, London. We have the schedule up in beastlimitless.com right here. Go to live streams. And the schedule is right here. I might have to update that because we do 5 lives a week for New York, okay? So we'll see you guys on the New York session tomorrow. It will be fireworks, probably going to be manipulation because that is how New York plays ball. AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Cryptodon, thank you for coming on here. JJ Dude, everybody. A, Dep, WROF, Sinster. I can't even go through everybody. Vision, thank you guys for coming on here. Thank you for helping me hit 400. And let's ride this thing. Set your stop losses and profit, though, guys. I will say that. Protect your capital. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin could go to 80K tomorrow. Set your stop losses and profit. The market doesn't care about you. It only cares about making money. I'm in Toronto. Do you do live training? I do, yes. We do coaching and live training. If you're interested in that, message me on at beastlimitless@icloud.com. I paused coaching for a bit, but yeah. Tim, I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Oh, one more thing, guys. Post your wins in beastlimitless.com. Okay, I want to see all these wins. It motivates the heck out of me, all right? It's like my gas, essentially. Look at that, 40x short. And for those of you that say I'm bearish, by the way, I want to show the people that think I'm just bearish. Because some people are like, oh, you're just bearish, okay? Sure. Well, I did the same thing on Bitcoin, 40x, from 93.3 to 97.1. So just so you guys know, I don't play bullish and bearish. I play the weather. I play the weather all day. And the weather is showing me that we're bearish. So anyways, guys, have a great live. Let's rock and roll. See you on the New York session tomorrow. If we possibly break 84K tonight, I may go live in London. I would have to. I would have to. So I don't think we're going to break 84K tonight, but anything's possible. Okay, take care, guys. Have a great night.